So this is a very beautiful verse. It's verse 82. It has many, many beautiful, beautiful inspirations about Prema Pagali and about the relationship between Srimati Radhika and the maidservant. So let's try to immerse and feel the feelings of Baba. And with all of your help and Gurudev's help, we can also learn to feel. Oh Radhe, with a face like a fully blooming lotus flower. When you go out to meet Krishna at night, your swiftly moving feet become afflicted with fatigue. Oh Devi, when will you, although you are shyness personified, call me by name to massage those lotus feet? Then I know that you have accepted me as your own. I will repeat this beautiful verse. Oh Radhe, with a face like a fully blooming lotus flower. When you go out to meet Mohan at night, your swiftly moving feet become afflicted with fatigue. Oh Devi, when will you, although you are shyness personified, call me by name to massage those lotus feet? Then I know that you have accepted me as your own. This is a very beautiful, beautiful prayer, because I just want to repeat what I heard from you, Gurudev, about this prayer. When Srimati Radhika has a face like a fully blooming lotus flower, then she is fully ready to go and meet Mohan. There will be no more obstacles. She is fully eager and fully passionate, as we will also hear during the text. And although Srimati Radhika is so shy, as her personality that is so sweet and so young and so tender, Tulsi Manjari is praying to be called out by her to massage her lotus feet. And that is a very intimate and confidential relationship, because Srimati Radhika will usually never ask anyone to do any service. But the Manjaris, they are so close to her, she will call by their names. Tulsi, come. And then I know that you have accepted me as your own. Notes.
Just a thought, maybe?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. The feet are tired. This is why the service of massage is needed. Feet are tired mean that there's desire that's not yet fulfilled. If Radha's desire for union with Mohan were fulfilled immediately, there would be no walking, no tired feet, no need for service of massage. So the fact that she has to walk through the obstacles, this is the expression of the desire she has to meet. It's the desire that Manjari is serving, and not the union. It's the travel, the voyage, the journey that she's going on. That's the object of the service. Massage lets her walk and walk and walk. Follow her desire to meet. Jidam.
Yeah.
One Rasika service after the other is perceived. How sweet, how confidential, and how variegated are all these services. How can they, the kinkaries, who are embodiments of devotional service, remain alive if these services don't come to them? Radha Kinkari Bhav is such a greatly elevated stage. It cannot be had without being totally absorbed or merged in the service. Radha Kinkari Bhav is such a greatly elevated stage. It cannot be had without being totally absorbed or merged in the service. Gurudev, I just want to share that a few days ago you were mentioning that you were trying to also go deeply in your bhajan, observing yourself at night, in the nighttime. And it was very inspiring for me to hear this, because even during the day, we have so many obstacles, like Srimati Radhika has obstacles. But the desire to be absorbed and to be merged is so strong, Gurudev, that you always inspire us with that. And as we know, usually at night we are sleeping and the body is resting. But if there's a strong desire and a great eagerness, then even then, the mind and the heart can cry out and become absorbed in these desires to serve Swamini. Unfortunately, a person like me has no desire for devotional service. I do bhajan for my own welfare. And I don't understand the secrets of devotional service. First, the desire for devotional service should awaken.
Sorry, Suniti, Radhe. That emphasizes that this service is really a secret. So it's really hidden, and we have to be prepared. And it is not astonishing that we are searching in this darkness for this secret.
Yes. I'm in darkness and I try to come into the light of devotional service.
No, not you are in darkness. The surrounding is dark.
But this is interesting that the desire should awaken first. And yes, that's why we are together, to increase our desires, right? And to help each other. Like Gurudev, he even says that I want to merge in the night. I want to, without being day and night absorbed. What is the use? That is eagerness. And that eagerness inspires us. Because here, Baba is mentioning Naratama Dasa Mage Seva Abhilash. Narottam Das is praying for Seva Abhilash. He has a desire. And then Baba writes, the Lord also first likes to see this desire awakening within the hearts of his devotees before he blesses them by giving them service.
Yeah.
This is so important. That Mohan is wanting to see desires in the hearts, in my heart. And then he can bless, he will bless with service of Srimati Radhika. But without this desire, it becomes boring or stale or stagnant.
Alan Maharaj also said we need greed on this.
Yes. Beg, borrow or steal. And I found some new inspiration, Gurudev, by chance, although nothing happens by chance. I read one prayer that is from the Bible. I think from John, I didn't remember, but it says, you should pray as if you have received. And so I thought, wow, this is really something to go deeply, because praying for Manjari Bhav or praying for the mercy of Mohan that I get the service is one thing. But praying in this feeling that what I pray for will be fulfilled at one point or another, that is very powerful.
Wow.
And that is also, it reminded me also of Prema Bhakti Chandrika, when Narottam Das Thakur says, whatever you desire at this stage of sadhana, you will receive in the higher stages, in the higher levels, when the heart is more purified. But it is no question that we will not receive if the desire is strong enough. And here also, same subject. the Lord also first likes to see this desire awakening within the hearts of his devotees before he blesses them by giving them service. So this is a real miracle, isn't it? In the one way, we can pray for the mercy, and on the other hand, it is already given. In that moment, we are praying with the right intention and with the deep desire. The desire is making it happen. That's amazing. Like this morning, Gurudev, you gave this example of the key, and I always love that. You say, we have the key. Our parampara, Radhika, Mohan, we have the key, but we have to turn it in the ignition. If the key is in the car, but we don't turn it, the car will not start.
Yeah.
The same way, we have the key, we have the opportunity, we have the possibility, but without desire, without action, internal or external, it will not go.
What is the nature? Sorry?
Yes? Yes, no, go ahead, Sudevi.
Me? Yes?
Yes.
What is the nature of a wish? There must be a lack. There must be a suffering, a longing. There must be... Why do we have wishes? There's something unfulfilled. I haven't never thought about wishes, but I think it's worth to do.
Yes, a wish, a desire, it's two things. It's wanting something and the belief that it might be possible to get that thing. So it's being able to imagine having what you desire. Desire means desire for service means being able to imagine doing this. Yeah.
Radhe, dear Uddhava ji, can you please come a little bit closer to the mic?
Yes.
Thank you, Radhe.
Maybe you can change.
But now I finished.
You have to repeat.
Now I have nothing to
Yes, please. Thank you.
I was just following on what Suniti said, which was very clever. That's wishing or desiring means that there's something missing. And then I just wanted to add to this that there's something missing that we can imagine, or we can have faith or belief that it could be fulfilled. So the desire we always talk about when we talk about service, we desire service. We can already in our hearts, hidden in our swarup, is the realization of that which hasn't come yet. Desiring is the secret trace of our future realization. So I just want to carry further Sudevi's thoughts.
And where is the desire for what?
The desire to be servant of Radharani.
Or desire to from my ego or material body? Where from desire? In my soul and soul consciousness, all between the desire.
True.
Soul consciousness desire will be fulfilled, super soul. Soul conscious desire will be for Radha. And the body conscious desire will be because they exist, material. So material.
And will never be fulfilled.
I believe.
Exactly. Yes, I must. Guru points out that I should be careful. That there are two kinds of desires. That there's a material desire and there's spiritual desire. And the difference between them, like I just said, Swarup, desire for spiritual fulfillment will be fulfilled. We don't know when, but if we have the desire, we will slowly come there. But material desire is never satisfied. We're always wanting more and more. So we must be careful to look at ourselves and understand what is material and what is spiritual. What is coming from material sense perception and what is coming from the soul.
If I'm in soul consciousness, Krishna will be there. Soul only be thinking for super soul. Or Sarup, as the Radha Dasi will think for us.
What you desire, you get. So how do we know the difference, Sudevi?
Yes, there is a subtle longing which can't be fulfilled by each and every material thing. There still is something.
Do I want the service for my ego or do I want the service for my heart?
Yes.
Hard to know sometimes.
I think we know it.
Shira.
This we know deeply, I'm sure. Imagine you would be aware that Srimati's feet are tired. These beautiful feet of this beautiful Srimati are tired. We couldn't tolerate it. We would run to do every service for her. We would cry, "Oh, Srimati, your feet are tired." It's not possible to tolerate.
So the Lord also first likes to see this desire awakening within the hearts of his devotees before he blesses them by giving them service. So see, so Devi, you just said it's impossible to tolerate if Srimati Radhika's lotus feet are tired. So your prayer is, oh please, my dear Lord, give me that awareness. Give me that entrance to feel it and to become eager for it.
Genau, danke.
This is the Lord's special mercy. Srila Jiva Goswami has written, Purne pi svasmin nija seva dyabilasham sampadya sevakadishu sevadi saubhagya sampadika bhagavatash chitta drattamai tat upakarecha. It is from the Pretty Sandava. In the previous verse, Sri Raghunath relished Swamini's ever so sweet conversation with Shyama Sundara and was blessed with the sweet service of fanning them. In this verse, Srimati calls Tulasi, who is dedicated to fanning her mistress, by name to give her another extraordinary service. Now Srila Raghunath Das Goswami has completed his prayers for services at noontime, and he proceeds to pray for this service, which is required at nightfall. Eagerly and swiftly, Swamini goes out to meet Krishna at the trysting place, maddened by feelings of love. Her face is covered with sweat drops. So Tulasi calls her Ayatodyat Kamalavadani, the girl whose face resembles a fully blooming lotus flower. But because of walking so hurriedly, Swamini gets pain in her tender lotus feet. Nothing can stop the very powerful course of Sri Radhika's love journey. She considers all the ornaments that she wears to be a heavy burden only. Swamini is so eager now. She wants to get rid of all her ornaments. I was just meditating that if I could be so eager in a low, only very minute way, that also I want to get rid of all the heavy burdens to come closer to Swamini's service. Srila Rupa Goswami quotes in Patyavali, How wonderful is Radhika's eagerness to meet Madhava, to meet Mohan. What can I say? When the jewels on the hood of a snake lying on the road exposed her at night, she fearlessly covers them with her hand. The great poet Vidyapati sings, Nava anuragini radha ekali koyole payana tejala mani maya hara koro sayas kankana mudari. Radha, the Nava Anuragini, a girl who has just fallen in love, or who feels as if she has just fallen in love, does not consider any possible obstacles. She goes out alone, not bothering about the different dangers she may encounter on the path. She takes off her jewel necklace and considers her own raised breast to be a heavy burden. She takes the bangles from her wrists and gives up everything else on the way. She flings away her jeweled ankle bells and walks on. Although the night's thick darkness envelopes Vrindavan, her heart is illuminated by Cupid's flame, helping her to find the way. Wow. It is a night that is completely covering Vrindavan in thick darkness, like we have now, the new moon nights. But Srimati Radhika's heart is illuminated by Cupid's flame, by the desire to please Mohan, and that flame in her heart, that burning heart, is helping her to find the way. The obstacles stretch themselves out on the road, but they are cut apart by the weapon of love. This Abhisar is very passionate, very forceful, and nothing can stop its course. Like this also, we are praying that our Jiva Abhisar becomes like that. Like Srimati Radhika's desire to get rid of all her burdens, of all her jewelries that are non-different from herself. They are also full of Mahabhav, but nevertheless, she feels burden. She wants to get rid of any burden. So just now when I read this, I feel the same. If my Jiva Abhisar, my journey to fully realize myself, if it's not very forceful and done with a very passionate and determined way, then the Svarup Abhisar cannot follow. the journey for the real eternal personality that is able to serve Swamini from face to face and can hear her sweet voice, cannot come when my journey to my soul consciousness and to my full realized self is not very much like Srimati Radhika's journey and eagerness to serve Mohan. Like this, the Manjaris, they have also this desire to serve their Swamini in the same passionate way. It's inconceivable that she, who is softer than a flower, can move so swiftly. It's inconceivable that she, who is softer than a flower, can move so swiftly. The cause of all this power is her strong attraction to Mohan's form. Shri Radhika thinks, Sakhi, Shyam Rupa Jagaye Marame, Kiba Nishi Kiba Dishi Shayane Swapane. O Sakhi, the form of Shyam appears in my heart day and night, in my dreams and in my sleep. The Sakhis and Manjaris become afraid when they see the force of Prema Pagalini's Radhika, who is mad with love for Mohan, a love journey, and they say, Sakhi muncha sambramam abhisare charaya charanamburuham tiram sukumare. O Sakhi, give up your zeal in meeting Krishna. Move your delicate lotus feet slowly. Now Swamini's lotus feet and indeed her whole body begin to hurt because of the fast course of her love journey, Abhisar. O Devi, you will call me by name to engage me in massaging those painful lotus feet, although you are Ri Punya Murti, the very form of abundant bashfulness. One of Sri Radhika's 108 names is Ri Patta Vastra Guptangi, she whose body is concealed by a silken garment of bashfulness. Nija Laja Sham Patta Sadi Paridan. She wears a blue silken sari of bashfulness. You will not call anyone by name to help you with anything. But now you are calling me because you are overwhelmed by feelings of great love for me. I am yours only, and in this way you have accepted me. In this way, the maidservant also reciprocates and surrenders herself to Swamini's lotus feet. This is a very sweet mood. When Srimati Radhika, she is so full of passion on her love journey, nothing, no obstacle can hold her, not even the dark night, not even the snakes, not any slippery road, but for the maidservant, for the love to her maidservant, she lets her maidservant serve her. That is so sweet. We have heard also other quotes of Srimati Radhika who can run in the sun and touching with her bare feet the hot stones, and she will not feel anything because she wants to meet her beloved. This is during the day when the Abhisar is at noon and they are meeting at Radhakund. But here in the night, although Srimati Radhika is so shy, and she will not ask anyone for any help, but now she is calling Tulsi, overwhelmed by great love. Why? Because she has accepted her maidservant and she also reciprocates with her maidservants who have surrendered themselves to Swamini's lotus feet. And because they can feel her lotus feet, Swamini is reciprocating by giving them to their maidservant, to her maidservant, calling her by her name. The maidservant has surrendered herself to Swamini, and Swamini surrenders herself to her maidservant, giving her her lotus feet. Sripad Prabodhananda Saraswati writes in his Vrindavan Mahimamrita, the maidservant feels like dying when she is separated from her Sri Ishwari's lotus feet for even a moment. She is staying by her lotus feet day and night. In past, present, or future, she does not desire or covet anything else but Radha's lotus feet. And she's always immersed in a boundless ocean of blissful love for her. Even in dreams, she does not know anything else but Sri Radha's lotus feet. And she is like a river that swiftly runs towards the ocean of Sri Radha. That is so sweet that the maidservants, they run towards the river of Radha. Swamini, she runs towards the river of Mohan, and Mohan runs towards the river of Radha. As much as Swamini has trust in her maidservants, that much she loves them. She understands, I can make her serve just as I wanted. She cannot count on everyone like that. Yes, this is this example that we often hear. Many different motivations are there in the service to Srimati Radhika. But the maidservants have only one motivation, is to please Srimati Radhika, and that is their happiness. This is the Bhava Ulas Rati. She cannot count on everyone like that. And that makes it so special, that relationship between Swamini and her maidservant. During the rasa dance, she sees that her lover gets pain in his feet. So she tells her loving kinkaris, massage his feet. Similarly, you now also order me, Tulasi, massage my feet. I came running too quickly, and I hurt my feet in this way. So when Srimati Radhika is ordering her kinkaris to massage Mohan's feet, Gurudev, in the rasa dance, is this possible? I hear this for the first time.
Read more, you will understand.
Okay. During the rasa dance, she sees that her lover gets pain in his feet. So she tells her loving kinkaris, massage his feet. Similarly, you now also order me, Tulasi, massage my feet. I came running too quickly, and I hurt my feet in this way. How much affection Swamini shows for her maidservant. Oh Swamini, will I never even get a single drop of experience of your mercy? Either in dreams, visions, or smaran? When the devotee's heart breaks, his weeping will burst out of it. His heart weeps for want of experience of this ocean of mercy. For obtaining this fortune, one must exclusively surrender to her lotus feet. Sri Raghunath Das Goswami gives the example. Bhajami Radham Aravinda netram smarami radham madura smitasyam vadami radham karuna bharatram kato namanyasti kate nakapi. I worship Radha, who has lotus eyes. I remember Radha, whose face sweetly smiles. I speak of Radha, who melts of compassion. Thus, I have no other shelter than her. Swamini personally lifts her feet that are the all in all for Tulasi's heart. On Tulasi's chest, she personally lifts her feet to her chest, here to this place by the heart. These feet have become unfit for playing and dancing with Krishna. She wants to mitigate their fatigue. Who can measure Tulasi's bliss? She finally gets these long desired lotus feet on her chest. Tulasi sits on a pedestal. That's a small, like a stone or a chair. Takes Swamini's 2 feet on her chest and starts to serve them. No one else but a kinkari can understand how dear these feet are to Tulasi. Tulasi showers these lotus-like feet with oblations of her tears of love and kisses them in an unseen way, thinking, when I have Swamini, I have everything. As a result of Tulasi's massage, Swamini's feet have now been cured of their fatigue.
That means we can help her.
Yes. She lets the maidservant cure her. Her tired feet. And that's such a sweet and deep exchange. And then Tulsi showers these lotus-like feet with oblations of her tears of love and kisses them in an unseen way, thinking, when I have Swamini, I have everything. As a result of Tulasi's massage, Swamini's feet have now been cured of their fatigue. and amazing beauty blossoms on Swamini's face. The desire to play with Mohan was in Swamini's heart, but the fitness to do it was not in her feet. Now her feet have become fit again. In the kunja, she holds her feet on Mohan's chest as she leans against him on the bed. And thus they become eager to unite. Tulasi understands that it is more discreet to go out of the kunj now. She sits outside, but keeps her ears and her mind fixed on what happens inside. Suddenly, she hears an ankle bell sweetly jingling. 2. I think I am being called by this sound. The maidservant mingles with the absorption of the Yugala Kishore and enters the kunj, where she sees that Swamini's hair got entangled with Krishna's earrings. She cleverly unravels the knots and quietly leaves the kunja again, leaving the Yugala Kishore, who saw her as the personification of their ecstatic pastimes, to their love play again. So this is amazing, Gurudev, that she sits outside, but her heart and her mind is inside of the kunj. And she can receive any little feeling of Swamini. And the ankle bell, the Nupur, is calling her when she needs to do a service. So the maidservant mingles with the absorption of the young Yugala. Mingles also means become one. Mixing. And then she enters the kunj and she sees what she has felt, that she needs, her service is needed. Swamini's hair got entangled with Mohan's earrings. She cleverly unravels the knots and quietly leaves the kunj again, leaving the Yugala Kishore, who saw her as a personification of their ecstatic pastimes. So when the maidservant goes very close, like we can imagine when the hair gets mixed up with the earring, this is very close to the face. Then they all come very close to each other's faces. Mohan is close to Swamini's face, and also maidservant is going very close. And because of their oneness in their love and in their seva, and the desire to serve without being interested in any kind of self-motivation other than serving Radha Mohan and the Yugala Kishore. This oneness is very, very beautiful. And she is clever, unraveling the knots, and quietly leaves the Kunj again.
And I wonder, Suniti,
Yes?
if the oneness is not a problem. The hair is tangled in the earring, so their heads are tied together. They're perfectly one, but they can't make love anymore. So actually Tulasi separates them so that the loving play can continue. The loving play happens in being separated. And the hairs tangled is union. That's not what we want. We want them playing about and seeing each other and touching at a distance and so on and so forth. This is the genius of Tulasi. I wonder, question mark.
I think what I feel in this picture, because this is a picture and it is brought about by beautiful feelings, that Radha and Mohan, they maybe even don't notice that entanglement. But because the Manjari is so much in this service mood, she feels that now my service is needed. That's why she hears the ankle bell. The ankle bell is calling to you.
One thing more, it's a beautiful example of Bhavalasrati, because Bhavalasrati is the kind of loving attitude that the Manjari has that no one else has, that neither Radha nor Mohan has. So she, Tulasi, can do something that neither of them can do.
Right, they cannot.
Yes.
They cannot feel it.
I remember tangling my hair when I was a child. I would scream to my mother. I have to wait until she would come. I was helpless. So they absolutely need her for the pastime to continue. She is the powerful one.
Yes, because she can be there with them and they don't even feel that anyone else has entered, because they see her as the personification of their ecstatic feelings. Avesh Murti also it is called in other places. Yeah, this is very, very amazing how she can serve without being, what to speak of, an hindrance, but no, she is helping to continue the love play of Radha Mohan without any interruption, and she's always eager to do that, to be there and to feel what is needed so that their bhajan, the Yugala Kishore meditation of each other and becoming one can go on. Yes, she mingles with the absorption of the Yugala. She goes inside and not, neither Radhika or Mohan, they feel that anything happened. But I think, yes, it is according to our bhajan and meditation, many things may come in this listening, this sweet situation. You want to share on this, Gurudev, please?
Oh, go on. Very nice.
So the maidservant mingles with the absorption of the Yugala and enters the kunj where she sees that Swamini's hair got entangled with Krishna's earrings. She cleverly unravels the knots and quietly leaves the kunj again, leaving Yugala Kishore, who saw her as the personification of their ecstatic pastimes, to their love place again. Suddenly, the vision disappears, and with an anxious heart, Sri Raghunath prays. O golden goddess Sri Radhe, you are bashfulness personified. O blooming, lotus-eyed girl, your steps, your dancing pastimes, and your behavior are so sweet and gentle. When you go out to meet the king of the Kunj, who has already arrived at the meeting place, you become tired of walking down the roads. So you give up your bashfulness and order me, considering me to be yours. Listen, O Rati Manjari, quickly come here and massage my feet. When will that blessed day come that I can blissfully serve your exhausted lotus feet? Wow, this is such a beautiful, beautiful verse. O Radhe, with a face like a fully blooming lotus flower. When you go out to meet Mohan at night, your swiftly moving feet become afflicted with fatigue. Oh, Devi, when will you, although you are shyness personified, call me by name to massage those lotus feet? Then I know that you have accepted me as your own. I feel that this verse is like a continuation or like a another beautiful prayer of being a marked maidservant. When the maidservant is marked, she is feeling that Srimati Radhika has accepted her as her own. And being accepted as her own, there's no situation that she will not be always at the side of Swamini, be it at the love journey that is full of obstacles that need to be overcome. When everything is too heavy and needs to be given up, or be it in the kunj, when that intimacy, and that is also this anurag, the Nava Anuragini, this is Radhika's name, but I remember Gurudev, you often speak about this anurag. First there's rag, there's some attachment to do some service when any kind of opportunity arises, but then when this anurag comes, that is even a higher relationship that is completely depending on each other. And Srimati Radhika is in this relationship with her maidservant, then every service can be done because they have accepted, not only the maidservant has accepted Swamini and desired the services, like we have heard, the desire is a very important beginning. But then when the desire has been heard, and then when Srimati Radhika has accepted her maidservant, she calls her by her name, and then this loving exchange has no limits as to serve her beloved, massaging his feet, disentangling the hair of Swamini from his earrings, and so on and so on. Okay. Yes, anybody would like to share?
Yeah. Done.
You want to share that?
Huh?
So nice.
Very nice.
So I think with my meditation, maybe you want to say something that when Baba is going in this verse and he's going in the feelings that Raghunath Das has with this oneness in service, this anurag, then he gives examples that are completely, very astonishing. Like, how can the maidservant in the rasa dance massage Mohan's feet? But maybe I feel, Gurudev, that is like one very intimate and not to be seen situation to anyone else. It's between only maidservant and Swamini, that she can also order her maidservant in any kind of situation, very intimate services.
Right.
And maybe nobody will see it, right, Gurudev?
The Manjari, she is ready to do everything what she says. But she is so fixed with Krishna that she don't want to be in dream, not cannot possible to her to not practice. Her anurag was so deep. And at the same time, like a mother who has a baby and his lover, how she managed with lover and at the same time care for the child. So she is at the same time she is not forgetting to her baby Manjari. Manjari is the baby of her. Totally oneness with Manjari. Oneness with her. Radha Krishna. One soul, but though they two bodies. You cannot make separate to them. And if I separate to them, Krishna is separate and Radha is separate, then he can become Krishna, become Narayan. Become Krishna first. So Radha's Krishna. So at the same time, and the Manjari has no one. Manjari is also Radhika's baby. Shadow of Radhika. Imagine if the original is not there, there is no shadow. This is Manjari. Where Radhika goes as a shadow, Manjari goes. So in Nikunja, pastime with Krishna also, Manjari's hearts are there. She no want to be disturbed by going there, but always her heart is so beautiful. Gift of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhupada, all Maharajas, then we can get it like so nice. And we have to develop our feeling. Feeling is the spiritual life. And without no feeling is religious life. Who likes to grow the feeling, they understand the beauty of divine. Love. Thank you. Kelly. Love. Anyone want to share something? Anyone to give her feelings? Talk with Suniti. She's waiting for you. Sadhvi, you are on this picture, you are there. तो नहीं है? हाँ? तो नहीं है? हाँ। तो नहीं तो पराठा में
Yes, thank you, Gurudev, that you are always inspiring us to develop more feelings by your own eagerness and your passionate journey to serve Srimati Radhika. This is my big inspiration.
Mahajans has feeling that their books are full of feelings. When I read Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita, after one sloka I cannot read other sloka because I go in so much that I cannot understand how much he gives the feelings in the world.
Wow.
So much full of feelings. The Mahajans realize so give that if we go in the diving, then we realize swimming cannot fall. Diving. Vilapa, Prabhupada. We have only two. Why should we go for money? Two books is very sufficient. Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada, Srimad Bhagavad. He said, introduction. Please, can you read? You see, listen to Prabhupada, Srimad Bhagavad. No. I don't want to go more reading after that. After this, my Srimad Bhagavad says, what is that? You understand this, you understand everything. But they don't do this. That's the point.
The conception of God and the conception of absolute truth are not on the same level.
Yes, the manner I saw. My total nervous breakdown. I think that absolute truth is God. And Prabhupada, honestly, I say you, I'm honest. When he slapped me, God. I love you so much.
The page is getting thin from reading.
I have what to do.
The conception of God and the conception of absolute truth are not on the same level.
Go on.
The Srimad Bhagavatam hits on the target of the absolute truth.
My God. And I see only they are talking about God. There's no point, absolute truth. There's no researching. Wow.
The conception of God indicates the controller.
Wow. Our controller control.
Whereas the conception of the absolute truth indicates the summum bonum,
Wow.
or the ultimate source of all energies.
Wow. Radha Krishna.
Radha Krishna. Chaitanya.
Ekatma. Though they
Do it.
Prabhupada is that. Ekatma. The truth is not one. Right? Prabhupada.
One
more line.
One more line there is, yes. Just one more line.
No, there is one more line, please.
There is no difference of opinion about the personal feature of God as the controller,
Because in the controller, you are the controller of your company. You know personally to everyone. So if he's a God, he controller, he knows the individual. He loves everyone. He has the raga. He makes air, everything is there. But we not have a person.
there is no difference of opinion about the personal feature of God as the controller, because a controller cannot be impersonal.
See that? But whole Srimad Bhagavad is here. Whole line, Prabhupada concludes all Srimad Bhagavad.
All Chaitanya Charitamrita is there too.
See, I tell you, his introduction is so beautiful. You cannot understand. I will not understand what you will read. No one I see in the world who like this notes for helping to us. This is my program. Whole life. Sufficient for me. And when
One
we
line make you
realize-
mad, Gurudev.
Yes, whole life, when we realize, then we go further. No? If you don't realize it, reading like a novel, a story or what. If you don't realize this whole line, what you are reading, novel or story? It's not a novel. It's not a story.
It's absolute truth.
It's absolute truth. How we have to find absolute truth? Sonam Bonam, highest. That will serve. And if I am not personal, he is personal, but I am not personal, how I will understand? Simple. He is personal to me. He gives to breathe air. He gives water to drink. It's all free. It was not any charge for that. He gave everything, food to eat, what we need, room to live, this body to live to the soul. Body is good. You can see, you can walk, you can do everything. You are lucky. And then I make up my life unlucky, surprising to me. And I am not unlucky. I'm the luckiest person. I'm living in Vrindavan. What is the problem? 8 years. This is the gift. She gave me 8 years. 30 years chance to live here. 30, 40 years. This is my good luck. Yeah, understand. This is the trick of Prabhupada helping. Can I show you Bhagavad Gita?
Page 4.
In page 4, he's intelligent person not read more than page 4. And who don't understand page 4, we read page 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, introduction of Prabhupada. Why? Because page 4, he says, by devotional practice, you can develop Sarup and Sarup Siddhi. And you do this, done. You have to develop your Sarup and Sarup Siddhi. This is the goal of all the scriptures. He writes one word, I forget the conclusion of all. What is the word?
Sunum bonum, Guru.
No.
The quintessence.
Is a good essence. This life realization is a good essence. Means all the subject, what you are reading and all scripture, you will come to this point. After all books reading, I am telling you. And what we say, we make 5 relations, right? We don't like that relations because we don't want to God, Atma, God, Atma, Karma, Kala, and this I want to know because this is interesting. And on we are reading books, forgetting, swimming, but we don't understand what to practice here. First he said, page 4, if I practice, here my life, all done. If you don't believe, read and meditate and see that. Karma Mishra Bhakti, Jnana Mishra Bhakti. He said, no. We want to be Bhakta. Jnani Yogi, in this though I want. Everything one point you understand. Parampara. All the break. Parampara. That which I have said. The conclusion you are telling Suniti. To come to Sarup, that is Manjari, and your perfection to be as a Dasi, to be a Swami. Huh? I don't see any books. Of like that. You are just close it. We are talking. Huh?
We are still.
They are making books for sale. Prabhupada not make books for sale. For our benefit. Anandas Babaji make books of our benefit, not his benefit. Not for sale. Every living being will get the life. Takes time to understand, but not read other books. If you want to listen Prabhupada, Sarup and Sarup Siddhi, that will come to Vilapa Kusumanjali. That's it. So I said, Prabhupada, if you believe and understand, you will reach to Vilapa Kusumanjali. If you understand. Loving thing is not possible out of Vrindavan in this time. It still is there. The land is there. They want to destroy. How is it?
You give us the key, Gurudev.
Only in Vrindavan you can open the lock.
We can make the ignition. We can ignite in Vrindavan. Brum, brum.
In Vrindavan. Outside, more Maya will catch and you will lose your key. You have a key, but you will lose your. You will forget where I keep. Yes. Why not you go to Kurukshetra? You are very serious. You are Saravana or Kurukshetra, most near. Also. Radha, Radha. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Why I say I will stop talking German, I will stop talking anything. English also I have to learn is Japanese now. Because all Japanese devotees are come. All Europeans garbage devotees. I'm telling you, I 50 times went to Europe and one person I see only Maharani here. And Ma Bhakti and Ma Giri. This is Europe. And I one time went to Japan and Hong Kong and they all are coming. I never go there. This is the bhakti and devotion and they want to develop. Close it. Impossible. Now I will not travel. Close it. I'm very sad to see this. I am not going to live more life. Some days I am more and after gone. Nobody will share these things in English to you. You will try to find out village. You have to learn Bangla to understand this. You cannot listen to this. They will go, if you talk about Prabhupada, they say first you have to forget, then I will teach you. If you have to forget Prabhupada, then I will give you any mantra. And I said, not forget Prabhupada and develop this. This is teaching of Prabhupada. This is teaching of Narayana. Rupanuga. Anyone devotee said, I was sitting. He said, Rupanuga. He said, Raganuga. We have to become Radha. If I don't understand Rupanuga, then how I will do this? A day I will understand. I don't need to do more things to read. Right? Why don't read more? Practice the Rupanuga. And Anandas Babaji never liked Rupanuga. I was surprised. He created the new word for the new modern persons who don't know Raganuga. He make it specific to Rupanuga. Because India, everybody knows Raganuga, what is meaning. We know Radha. But he says specifically Rupa Anuga. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Rupa, Rupa Manjari Pad. Prabhupada last book, what is the name of the book?
Nectar of instruction.
Nectar of Instruction. Read what he writes. Small. When you will understand everything is there in small book. Right? I distribute to so many people. Nectar of Devotion. Right? It is the Prabhupada book, right? Clear cut, I advise you as a real friend. You do, you're lucky. You will be in this life so powerful that you cannot imagine yourself. You are the richest man in the world. What is richness? Richness means you become your realization in yourself. You realize that who are you? And you know how to move for that. This is the richness. Other thing is poor. But other all more rich.
Riches, feelings, Gurudev. Feelings is richness, identification. I know you, I know me.
I'm sorry. You don't stay, I don't see you. I listen that you go out. Without you, how? But it will support me. Richness. This is the feeling. It will not go without Prabhupada's line. So by devotional practice, you will develop your sarup. And that practice will make you sarup. That's it. Then, if you realize it, then what you need only Arandas Babaji. And if you start swimming more in knowledge and information, that's it.
This book is a touchstone, Gurudev. Touchstone is whatever you touch.
This is the Mahajan books. This is Mahajan.